got to church, carpenters were hard at work, making some repairs to the big room where we prayed. So we had church in a little room where the children had their Sunday school, and it took me back in time to my childhood days. Our farm was quite a ways from town. Our old car was broken down. We couldn't get to church on Sunday meeting day. So the only sermons that we heard was when Mom and Dad would read the Word. Gathered round our kitchen table, we all learned to pray. In our kitchen tabernacle, we were taught about God's love. Our altar was the fireplace hearth where we thank God above. I don't think I'll ever be as close to God as when we worshiped in our kitchen tabernacle way back then. In our kitchen tabernacle, we were taught about God's love. Our altar was the fireplace hearth where we thank God above. I don't think I'll ever be as close to God as when we worshiped in our kitchen tabernacle way back then. I don't think I'll ever be as close to God as when we worshiped in our kitchen tabernacle way back then.
Well, today I'm going to get a little bit off of my formal, my usual track, protocol, or whatever you want to call it, but excuse me, I'm going to explain it all not negative in the Christian world we live in. Just seems like that way today. In episode 209, I listed the people who had been a good influence in my life. A major oversight was my very good friend, the old cowboy. Yeah, he was a real cowboy that started as a horse trainer and went on to work for big corporations who specialized in running cattle ranches as a big-time investment. He was one of their superintendents and one who was active in all phases of cattle ranching. But that was all prior to our crossing of the paths. We were only kind of partners for the last few years of his life. And, well, he retired, but we were just really immediately close friends, despite our age differences. He told me about his wife that he shared two daughters with, the youngest being born with Down syndrome. When his wife passed away after 16 years, he had to make concessions in his own life. The youngest daughter ended up in a foster home, and his Social Security check fell on the knock years, so he made less than the minimum. I'm not going to go into detail in explaining that, but after time, circumstances changed. And Jesus stepped into their lives, and they all ended up living together happily. I still recall that day that his youngest girl jumped out of the borrowed pickup he had packed up with all of her belongings. And with a smile that was bigger than all get out, she announced, "Guess what? I'm going home." That was about Thanksgiving time in 1999. So I made a short story about it, and I titled it "The Last Christmas Story of the 20th Century," and sent it out to the people on my Christmas card list as my Christmas card for that year. Well, Tom T. Hall let me know that the story was too good to be just a Christmas card and advised me to make a song out of it. So I did. But I didn't want it to be a seasonal song. So I changed the title to "The Last Cowboy Story of the 20th Century." When I put my pen on the paper, the words just flowed across the page. I read it to my friend, and he said, Don't change a word of it. It's all true." Well, he passed on before I included a melody and had it recorded, but I'm sure he'd have loved it.
This is the last cowboy story of the 20th century. He was one of a dying breed, an American history. Marriage is where he overachieved. Some people thought was true, for she was a concert violinist, but he was a buckaroo. 16 years of marriage, 2 girls had blessed their home. The tragedy struck so fast, she died and left him alone. When his burdens became so heavy, seeming more than he could stand, he looked up toward the heavens to ask a helping hand. And when the clouds had parted and music filled the air, up there playing her heart out was the cowboy's first chair. The oldest girl was pretty, like her mother up above. She gave her dad the comfort, she gave her dad the love. The youngest girl was special, a special child was she, born with Down syndrome, a child she would always be. From Canada to Mexico, he worked them all the same, for he was a buckaroo and proud to bear the name. have a family of her own. The cowboy will retire, send the baby to a foster home. Every night while they are distant, he never loses heart. Someday they will be together, never more to part. With prayers and a blessing, they found a bigger place. Now the family's all together, it's the cowboy's saving grace. When his burdens became so heavy, seeming more than he could stand, he looked up toward the heavens to ask a helping hand. And when the clouds had parted and music filled the air, up there playing her heart out was the cowboy's first chair. Up there playing her heart out was the cowboy's first chair.
Besides being a cowboy, he was commissioned to write articles for American Horseman magazine out of California. He told me, I don't know an ad from a proverb, and now I'm an author. He was also an award-winning cowboy poet. Then he had his strong Christian belief. And one day he wrote this here: I met a man the other day that I'd never met before, but I've met him many times, and I will meet him many more. Once it was on a busy street with no one to lend a hand. Then I noticed his white cane, and I helped that poor blind man. Another time, it was a beggar woman, hungry in the freezing cold. She needed help that winter night. She was weak and very old. Once in the middle of a desert, on the hottest kind of day, I met a weary traveler who somehow lost his way. Maybe a lost child, frightened and full of fear, might need help to find their way and someone to dry his tears. Someone might need a friend to tell his troubles to, and sometimes that friend might just be you. Yes, there's someone in need that I could help most every day, but it's oh so easy just to look the other way. Then I remembered what he said, that man from Galilee, as you do unto the least of us, you also do unto me. So take some time, my friend, and slow down life's busy race. Today you might meet Jesus face to face. Well, there's a lot of deep meaning in there. And the words show you how the man loved Jesus very much. And we sat down one day and he told me that he had no earthly riches to pass on to his heirs. But he did have one thing he could will to them, and that was peace of mind. His youngest granddaughter took her papa's gift and is passing it on to her two children. They both rode horses before they could walk. They're still toddlers today. But they work and are active in the cowboy and cowgirl way. Christianity is making a comeback with youth. Yep. I even wrote a song about my friend's granddaughter.
Kelly was a rodeo star at 15, pretty enough to be a movie queen. Barrel racing was the only life that she knew, inspired by her papa, the old buckaroo. Steve rode like the wind straight into her heart. They took to each other from the very start. When it finally came time for choosing a mate, it was Kelly plus Steve. Make no mistake, now the Crowleys live, work, and play together like the good old days. It's a true love story that turned out like it should, not a made-up tale from Hollywood. Best friends for life through it all, husband and wife, dancing to the Crowley waltz. Now there's stalls to clean and horses to tame, hay that needs baling, but nobody complains. They're both so happy, what a beautiful sight. She's a cowboy's dream, and he's a cowgirl's delight. Now the Crowleys live, work, and play together like the good old days. It's a true love story that turned out like it should, not a made-up tale from Hollywood. Best friends for life through it all, husband and wife, dancing to the Crowley waltz. Steve and Kelly dancing to